Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to show you my completed STARS lap book and help you out with any of the writing maybe that you are having some difficulty with inside it. Okay, so here's the cover. You can see that I have the Sun and Stars title page right over here, and then a picture of a blue scientist looking at the stars. You open it up, and up here I have a little thermometer that we would usually use to find out how cold or warm it is outside. This thermometer is showing stars according to their temperature. So dark stars like black and brown stars, those are fairly cool. And as we go up the thermometer, just like we would if we were measuring temperature outside, we get to the hottest stars, the white stars, and then the blue stars are the very hottest. The next part here says how a star is formed. Try to make it nice and simple. Step one, I have right here, gravity pulls the gas and the dust together. That's the very first thing that happens in what are called nebula. Step two, as more gas and dust build up, it gets bigger and then it gets hotter too. And then lastly, what happens is it gets hot enough to ignite into a star, and a star is born. Okay, so those are the three steps of how a star is formed. If we look down here, we have a picture of how sun makes day and night. You can see that there are sun rays moving from the sun towards the earth, and only half of the earth is lit up by the sun, making it daytime, and the other side is dark, making it nighttime. Now the sun isn't moving, but the earth is moving, right? It's rotating on its axis, and as that happens, the United States will move from where it's light right there into the dark side. And right now, this time of year, we get about 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of nighttime. Okay, we use telescopes to study the stars and the planets. It says here, telescopes make stars and planets seem larger, closer, and brighter. You can see more stars through a telescope than you can with your eyes. That means if you go outside at night and you look up at the stars, you see lots and lots of stars. If you look up at the same patch of sky with a telescope, you are going to see even more stars because some of them are so far away that we can't see them with just our eye. We need to use a telescope as well. Okay, moving over here to the planets. Now we've done a lot of studying of the planets together before you guys had to leave school. So right here, I just want you to write down some keywords that help you remember what the planets look like maybe, or what they're famous for. Okay, so for Mercury, I just wrote down that it is the smallest and it has lots of craters, kind of like the moon. For Venus, I wrote down that it is the hottest planet and it is closest to Earth. Earth is special because it has life. And then Mars is also known as the red planet, and it's red because it has a lot of iron oxide on its surface. Okay, if we move down to the outer planets, Jupiter, can you remember why Jupiter is so special? Jupiter is the biggest planet, and it also has a very large red storm. Saturn is special because it has a beautiful ring system on it. Uranus is different from all the other ones because it is a sideways planet. I have sideways written sideways. Oops, the other way, sideways. And then Neptune is special because it has a very big dark storm on it. All right, so those are your planets. If we move over to here, over to here, This is all of the other stuff that's in our solar system and actually beyond our solar system in the universe. So we've got the asteroids. We've got a little piece of tape here holding this whole thing together. And this talks about the difference between meteorites, meteors, and asteroids. Okay, so starting with meteorites. Meteorites are pieces of meteors that actually fall down to Earth. So we can go and we find them and we pick them up here on Earth. Those are known as meteorites. When they are burning up in our atmosphere, they are called meteors. And then when they're floating around in space, mainly between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter, they are called asteroids. Okay, so they're all the same stuff. It's just that they're located in different areas. They're in space, in our atmosphere, and here down on Earth. Okay, we can fold that back up. Right here, the leftovers, we have, ooh, this one kind of comes out kind of funny. We have comets, which are clumps of ice and rock that fly through space. Sometimes people refer to comets as dirty snowballs because they kind of look like a dirty snowball, right? They're icy and rocky, got a little bit of dirt in there. Dwarf planets like Pluto are smaller than other planets, but they do still orbit the sun, and they orbit the sun far beyond the orbit of Neptune. And then in the two areas that hold all of these things are called the Kuiper Belt and the Oort cloud. And they are regions so far out in our solar system that we haven't been able to get anything out that far yet. It would take several lifetimes in order to get out that far. Okay, so we can close this back up. And then it talks about the Milky Way galaxy, and that is the galaxy that Earth is part of. Okay, so if we flip this open, it says, galaxies are enormous groups of billions of stars. Our solar system is part of the Milky Way galaxy. There are billions of galaxies in the universe. Okay, close this back up. And then the last part is on the back side, and it is comparing, let me try to get a good shot of this. It is comparing the sun to other stars, okay? So it says the sun is closest to Earth. Both stars, both the sun and any other star, would be far away from Earth. Another star is much farther from Earth. The sun looks like a giant ball of light. Both stars give off heat and light. Another star looks like a tiny point of light, right? Because these are all the same thing. It's just that our sun is so close to us that it looks like a giant ball of light, and other stars in the sky look like tiny points of light, but they both give off heat and light. Our sun is only seen during the day. Other stars are only seen at night, but they are all in the sky all of the time. In our sun, the light appears to be very, very bright. Other stars appear to be very, very dim, but all stars are made from hot glowing gases. Our sun is a medium-sized star. Other stars can be all kinds of different sizes. The color and the size, or color and the size of a star tells us how old the star is. Our star is yellow. Other stars can be blue and white and orange and red. And again, that color of the star will tell us how hot it is also. So the color tells us how old it is and how hot it is. Down here, I have matched up some very popular constellations with their names. Okay. And I have a couple videos on the Google Classroom for how to find some of these constellations in our night sky. So I encourage you to go and check those videos out so you too can find them up in the sky. What I would like for you to do is to take some time to study through this. Make sure you understand everything that you have written down in here, and then you can use this on your little stars and constellations quiz that I have included with your packet that went home. And then we will be done with our stars unit. And we'll be moving on to space exploration. And we'll be talking about the moon landing, which is really fun to talk about. I hope that you are all well, and I will talk to you soon.